Alright, so this is the video for number 36 and 37. In part B1, I am going to do videos together for grouped questions. And the reason I'm doing this is because I see so many students doing these questions incorrectly and not in groups. What you have to understand, and what I always tell you, is read the top first. It says base your answers to questions 36 and 37 on the table below. There are so many students that will answer 36 and think that that chart there is only for 36 and then move on to 37 and not use the chart. So let me read the top first. Base your answers to questions 36 and 37 on the data table below. The table shows the percentage of original carbon-14 remaining in 3 different fossils. The approximate ages of the gastropod shell and the tree wood are shown in years. The age of the human bone has been left blank. So essentially what they're doing here is they're showing you carbon-14 half-life. And just to show you this really quick, the carbon-14, shown on the reference table as always, has a half-life of 5.7 to the third. That is the same as 5,700 years. So we know the gastropod shell has 50% remaining, that's half. So it went through one half-life, that is 5,700 years old. The tree wood went through two half-lives, 50, half again, 25, 11,400 years old. Now let's read the question. 36. What is the approximate age of the human bone fossil? Well, I think that most of you probably know 12.5 is half of 25, so it has to go through another half-life. Now, the way they try to trip you up in this question is just simple logic. If you look at this question, you say 5,700 times 2 is 11,400. So let's multiply this again by 2, and you get 22,800. Here's the answer. Let's move on. But this is not a game of multiplication. This is a game of addition. So each half-life, so 12.5 would be the third half-life, you add another 5,700. So 5,700 times 2, or plus 2, is 11,400. You add 5,700 again, and you get 17,100 years. The trick here is that you make sure you know what the half-life of carbon-14 is from the reference table, and you see that it's in its third half-life. 3 half-lives would be, number 2, 17,100 years. Number 37. During which geologic period did all 3 fossils form? Now, I know I told you have to read the top for this, and these questions really don't necessarily connect like so directly. We can fill in here now that it's 100 years, and it's not like so relevant. What you need to know is the general time of when this is happening. Okay, and whenever we're using carbon-14, you should probably know that it's more recent. Whenever we talk about old stuff, we talk about uranium, which I think is like a 4.6 billion year half-life, 4.5 billion year half-life. So it's going to be relatively new. Now, we're looking for a time period from 15,000 years ago to 20,000 years ago. So whenever you hear geologic time period, you always want to go to the Earth Science Reference Table, which is page 8 and 9. And up, you have period here, so you're trying to find what period it's in, and you have millions of years ago. So when you come down here, you see 0.01, that's about 10,000 years ago, and you have 1.8, that's 1.8 million years ago. So it's definitely before then. So you know all the stuff that we're talking about is right in here. And it even says humans right here. This is when we're talking about human bones. So the correct answer for the period is definitely going to have to be Quaternary. And if you look at Neogene, Paleogene, Permian, Paleogene is all the way down here, Permian is all the way down here, and Neogene is right below. So, that's the closest, but, if you have humans up here, and we're talking about human bones, you just need to learn how to really familiarize with this chart and the opposite side and how they go together. The Euroscience reference table is really going to help you on a lot of different answers on the test. There's usually maybe 20 of the 50 multiple choice you can use the reference table for. So number 37, the correct answer is quaternary.